What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today, and I'm bringing you a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 commentary. We'll be going over the patch notes for Season 1 Reloaded. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the gameplay in the background too while we're going through this. It's, I think, 80 kills, 10 deaths while playing the objective, and it's unfortunate because we actually lose this game by 2 points. Me and my friend were playing the objective pretty heavily. I had 6 captures with a bunch of, offense and defense kills, and my friend had 8 captures, and we somehow lose the game because, as the pipe dream that a lot of these Battlefield players have that came over to Ground War is that your team is going to be trying to go for team win and definitely not their camo challenges and playing Chris Kyle simulator, being proned out in the middle of nowhere on a rooftop with a sniper rifle. So, yeah, but remember, guys, it's going to be my fault because I only had 6 captures. I should have had 8 to 10. Anyways, sarcasm aside, let's go ahead and get into the Season 1.5 patch notes here. And I just want to say that take this with a grain of salt because InfinityWard really likes to leave out important details in their patch notes. And I've already went through the patch notes by myself, and I've got to say that, well, I am quite scared about some of the things that weren't in there, such as, the wall breach exploit that's on this map here at Giharo. Let's see, all the crashing issues that are on PC. Didn't see a single thing about crashing. That's very scary. And yeah, I'm just overall a little worried because I feel like, but then again, InfinityWard really likes to leave things out of the patch notes, and they really hate being transparent with us. So therefore, it's going to be a little rough to know whether or not these things have been fixed without obviously just playing the game. So we'll have to wait for some content creators to do the job for InfinityWard. Anyways, again, sarcasm aside, I'm very sorry. Let's go ahead and get right into the patch notes. So I'm only going to go over multiplayer because that's what we play here. I'm not going to go over Warzone and DMZ in this video because, well, I don't have any content on Warzone and DMZ, but I will be bringing DMZ content for you guys at some point here because I actually do plan on playing the mode and doing some live streams trying to go for some of the loot and things that are exclusive to DMZ, and then I'll probably go over some tips and tricks for you guys as well, so look out for that on the channel. Anyways, we're going to be having a double XP weekend, so for Sony, this starts today. Right now it is live. Of course, stupid exclusive system that is still going on. It should just be for all platforms, but I digress. All player platform double XP starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, my time, and will end at 12/19, so December 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And it's also going to be double weapon XP for that same time, so that's really nice. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this does not help me in any way because I have everything maxed out except for the new guns have dropped. So, yeah, I'm also level 250. I don't understand why we have a seasonal level cap. It should just be something that goes on forever like Battlefield has. But, anyways, maps, we have now gotten shipment with this update. And there's also going to be a holiday theme version of shipment from December 21st to January 4th. So that's pretty cool. If you guys like shipment, then I'm sure that a lot of you guys are ecstatic to have it back in the game. Me personally, it's cool and all. I like playing it whenever it shows up in a rotation, but I don't like playing that 24/7 playlist because I just get really bored of meat grindy gameplay. The raid has come out. We're not going to go over that because, again, this is about multiplayer I'm going to be going over, and there's also Warzone Cup, which is an LTM, or limited time mode, and it's basically Rocket League in Call of Duty. Kind of worries me that they're creating these new limited time features rather than fixing the base game, but let's keep my bias out of this, or opinions out of this, I guess I should say. Anyways, Warzone Cup, went over that. Quality of life changes, general. Okay, so XP tokens now display a timer in the lobby whenever they're active, which I don't understand why that wasn't in there in the first place, because Modern Warfare 2019 had that. XP tokens can now be equipped in a pause menu. XP tokens can no longer be accidentally activated during double XP events. That's actually crazy, because people that would probably thought that stacked wasted XP tokens, they should definitely get a refund on their tokens. Players who join a game in progress will no longer get a loss if their team loses the match. How is this just now being added to the game? This has been something that's been around since Black Ops 3. What is going on? Attachments now have a tuning icon on them in the preview. There's two there's two commas here. Great job, InfinityWard. Indicating which ones can be tuned and which ones cannot. Okay, good. That is a good quality of life change, because a lot of people were probably wondering why I only have like certain attachments tuned in the video whenever I make my videos on weapons and their tuning, and that makes sense now because, well, they don't show. Finishing moves now counts toward the 30 kills and third-person daily challenge in Special Ops. Okay. Sticker book challenges in the after-action report screen now say calling card challenge instead. I didn't even know we had an after-action report screen. Interesting. Because it looks nothing like it did back in the day. Operator bios are no longer cut off part of the way through. Acquiring a new blueprint will now display a pulsing dot next to the associated weapon in gunsmith. Alright, good. I hope there's also a clear all function in the game. Players will no longer see a black screen on some platforms when trying to purchase COD points. Surprised they didn't fix that sooner, considering, well, Activision likes money. Various issues with weapon and attachment unlocks and progression have been addressed, including stats display. Alright. I think stats display is honestly completely useless. They should just add detailed stats so then everyone knows what is actually happening to their gun. But added toggle versus hold for ping wheel. Alright. Social, they merged the hub and friends tabs together, so they're cutting down on the UI. Great. Switch to smaller player card widgets for friends, added support for batch bulk sending of friend requests, fixed various bugs impacting the join and or invite to party features, transition to grid view and scrolling in friends list. Grid view, does that mean horizontal? Oh god, why can't we just have a vertical friends list that functions? Showcases, so they fixed some of the things with the showcases. I'm gonna start like going through these a little bit faster, guys, because I don't want to be here all day for you guys. I want to go over the meat and potatoes of this. So they fixed some stuff with showcases so you can see that better whenever you're going through them on your friends. Channels, they adjusted some of the channels, which is like whenever you're in a private chat in game with some friends, so you don't hear like game chat and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they did some fixing with that. Seems like it works if you're on different teams now. Muted, talking, connecting, all that kind of stuff is more clear. And there's text chat now with group members. And now there's groups, which is basically clans, I guess, that was in Vanguard or regiments or whatever that was in Vanguard Modern Warfare 2019. Weapon balance, Akimbo P890s, X12s, the Basilisk, and 50 GS now have received a damage reduction against armored opponents. So what this means is that Akimbo pistols are going to be nerfed in Warzone, but not multiplayer. I'm so glad that they have found a middle ground to keeping them separate. I think it's good that they're doing their Warzone balance against armor. Fixed an issue causing shotguns to inconsistently display the broken armor hit marker. So that's for Warzone. Assault rifles, MX9. That's a submachine gun. I don't know if they meant to put this in the SMGs or if this is the STB-556, but I'm going to assume it's the SMG MX9. Increased movement speed, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed on the 32-round magazine. Again, that shouldn't be in this category if that's where it is. Good job, InfinityWard. M13B, blocking underbarrel launcher on the shotgun, and shotgun on the 7-inch Bruin BM20 barrel. Okay. Cast-off 7-4U got a nerf, small reduction to close damage range, requires one chest shot to get a 3-shot kill. I don't really think this, I think the 74U is good, but I don't think it's like overpowered, but good, I guess. The Cast-off 545, increased muzzle velocity, small decreased Okay, so hip fire got buffed. Bullet velocity got buffed. Close range damage has gotten buffed, and an increase to chest damage multiplier. So this means there might be less shots to kill. They did not clarify this, so we'll have to wait for Xclusive Ace to come in and give us the testing. Vel 47 SMG got a buff across the board. Again, better hip fire, increased movement speed, and increased far damage ranges. Pistols, the Basilisk Revolver. You can no longer put compensators and flash hider on when using the F-Tac Arrow Barrel. Why would anyone put a recoil control on something you're most likely to be hip firing or one-tapping someone with? I don't get it, but okay. Adding muzzle attachment usage on the F-Tac Arrow Barrel so it blocks muzzles, I guess. Okay. Cool. 50 GS pistol, reduced hip spread, so better hip fire. Increased one-hit headshot range, okay. Increased damage range, increased neck and upper shoulder location damage multipliers. So I guess it's better one-shot kill range up close. Increased bullet velocity and increased damage range on SA Longshot 50 and SA Tyrant 50 barrel. So the 50 GS pistol has gotten a buff overall, and I really like this pistol already, so that's really interesting to see. Let's see here. Shotguns can no longer kill fully armored players in one shot, so that's for Warzone. Expedite 12 got a new attachment area called the Guard category. So there's 3 new attachments there. Riot Shield, reduced movement speed, reduced melee damage to 3-hit kill. I hope that's Warzone, not multiplayer, because that's... No? Like, why would it take 3 hits in multiplayer? Like, for people that are trying to go for their camo challenges, or trying to go for the mastery challenges for this thing? Jesus. Oh no. Shield movement animation improvement, okay. And longer switch time pulling out throwing knife and riot shield is equipped. Good, because people shouldn't be using a riot shield to cheese free throwing knife kills while fully protected. Launchers, Joker, missiles no longer land out of bounds when targeting a wall on the edge of the map. Okay. Improve the thermal readability when aiming in. So vehicles seem to have gotten some changes here as well for Ground War and Warzone. So reduced collision damage taken by the heavy chopper, especially when landing. Increased health and damage to the UTV. Increased falling damage to the ATV and UTV. Added custom turret rotation speed for the APC, light tank, and heavy tanks. Maybe that's a nerf too. Moving around the turrets on there. Increased damage done to AI by both LTVs. Reduced distance to boats can be piloted when completely out of water. Good. Adjusted vehicle exits to limit number of chances of not being able to exit on steep slopes. Interesting. Didn't know anything about that. Players will no longer get the out of bounds countdown when taking a vehicle from an enemy's restricted area in Ground War and driving it out of the zone. Interesting. Fixed an issue where the player would continue to see the countdown if they got into a vehicle just outside the zone, and added dynamic crosshair for tank. Ally nameplates disappear when an enemy is in a direct path of an ally, preventing mistaking enemies for allies. Oh my god, this is amazing. Thank you, InfinityWard. Thank you so much. If you guys don't remember, during a couple of my streams I was absolutely getting irritated over this because it looked like an enemy was actually a friendly because of the name tag, and they were an enemy. So, in Tier 1 mode, this change only applies to allies behind Geo. Allies within line of sight will always show nameplates to prevent friendly fire. Good. Kill streaks. Players that have been killed in one-life modes with revive capabilities such as knockout will no longer be marked as an active player when using the cruise missile, chopper gun, or gunship. Okay. Care package fixed an issue that allowed players to spawn in a position when care package is occupying, resulting in immediate death. Never noticed that. For the nuke, fixed an issue prevented players from calling it in while swimming underwater. The Juggernaut should now correctly switch between your minigun and pistol when entering and exiting water. Didn't even know it had a pistol. Explosive weapons that stick to the Juggernaut, such as Semtex, drill charges, and more, should now inflict more damage against it. Fixed an issue where Juggernaut sometimes died to a single throwing knife in Tier 1. SAE fixed an issue to prevent explosions doing damage to neutral and enemy-occupied vehicles. Sentry gun fixed an exploit that allowed sentry guns to be placed under the map in certain locations. Why not give this thing, like, better placement speed? I don't get that. Portable radars can now be stuck to vehicles. Equipment, this is, let's see here, something with the radiation blocker. I don't even know what that thing is. Thermite grenades will no longer persist on a player that was stuck, then died and respawned again. Oof. Attachments, tuning. So the most beneficial tuning value magnitudes have been increased, and some harmful tuning value magnitudes have been decreased. So I guess they kind of buffed tuning. Optics, thermal optics, increased range of all optics. Thermal target identification range. Enemy's heat signature fades when they are killed. Let's see here. Some other small bug fixes with sights on certain guns. Weapon customization. Something with the stat graph. I never go by stat graphs because it kind of lies. You can't really go for that for an accurate, representation of what's going on. Fixes miscalculation shown in attachment tuning spider graph. Good. We didn't know if things were actually properly tuning or not sometimes, so hoping that is going to work properly. And the LA Thieves skin, the Rose 2.0, has caught a nerf. It has bright red on it now. If you paid for this for a competitive advantage, I hope you learned your lesson that you shouldn't pay for things for an advantage because it's likely going to get changed. If you like the skin, that's why you bought it, then cool, but you should have seen that one coming. Bug fixes, not a lot of bug fixes here, and they're not even stuff that I would have known existed, so I'm a little worried there. And PC specific, I don't see anything about crashes. Audio, nothing really new there. Tier 1, mini-map should stay up now properly when UAVs or advanced UAVs are in the air. Invasion, friendly AI will no longer set off suppression mines. And map updates, some collision issues in Santa Senya, bullet collision exploits, tactical camera exploits, same thing in 6v6, as well as unintended area fixes. I'm worried because, again, Giharo has issues, and this does not go over that. And that is about it for multiplayer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This video has been kind of long, but my overall opinion on these patch notes, a W and an L at the same time, because I was hoping to see more crashing issues, the VTOL and SAE call-in glitch, and all these other bugs that are plaguing the game, but maybe they are fixed, and InfinityWard just left them out of the patch notes. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know what you guys think of the Season 1.5 patch notes. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.